Marcus was 34 years old. He had a good job, a decent apartment, a car that worked, and $180 in his savings account. Not $1,800, not $18,000, $180 after 11 years of working. This is the story of how that happened. And more importantly, this is the story of how he fixed it. If you are in your 30s right now and you feel behind, you are not alone and you are not broken. But something did go wrong, quietly, slowly, over years, without you ever noticing. Marcus's story is not unusual. In fact, if you are watching this, there is a real chance it is yours too. He did not make dramatic mistakes. He did not gamble his money away. He did not lose a business. He simply lived the way everyone around him lived. And that was the problem. Marcus got his first real job at 23, $38,000 a year. He felt rich. He moved into his own apartment immediately because that is what you do. He bought a car on finance because that is what you do. He went out on weekends, bought clothes when he wanted them, upgraded his phone every 2 years because that is what you do. By 27, he was earning $55,000. His lifestyle had grown to match it perfectly. Every raise he ever got was spent before it arrived. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it is the single most common reason people arrive at 35 feeling like they have nothing to show for a decade of work. Because here is the truth about lifestyle inflation. It never feels like a mistake. It feels like progress. It feels like reward. It feels like, finally, you are living the life you worked for. But every upgrade you take before your foundation is built is a tax on your future self. A tax you never agreed to pay. By 34, Marcus was earning $72,000 a year. By 34, every corner of his life had a price tag. Rent, car, food, nights out, subscriptions, daily habits. All of it together, $5,820 out of every $6,000 he earned. Every single month. $180 left over, which is exactly what he had in his savings account. After 11 years, $180. Then Marcus's company announced layoffs. He was not on the first list, or the second, but the anxiety hit him like a physical thing. For the first time in 11 years, he actually looked at his finances. Really looked. He opened a spreadsheet. He wrote down everything coming in. He wrote down everything going out. And he sat there for a long time, very quietly. If he lost his job, he had 31 days, not 6 months, not 3 months, 31 days before he could not cover his rent. 11 years of working, and one bad month away from losing everything. He told me later. That spreadsheet was the most frightening document he had ever seen in his life, not because of what it said about his bank account, but because of what it said about his choices. Every line on that spreadsheet was a decision he had made, and not one of those decisions had asked the question, what happens if everything stops? What Marcus was facing had a name. 2 names, actually. The first was lifestyle inflation, which we already met. The second was the absence of an emergency fund. An emergency fund is not a savings account. It is not an investment. It is not wealth building. It is a firewall. The standard rule is 3 to 6 months of your essential expenses, saved, untouched, boring, sitting there, not in the stock market, not in crypto, in a simple high-yield savings account, doing almost nothing except existing. For Marcus, 3 months of essential expenses was $8,400. He had $180. That gap between $180 and $8,400 was not just a financial gap. It was a psychological one. Because without that firewall, every single day you go to work, you are one bad month away from a crisis. And that feeling, that quiet background anxiety that something could go wrong, costs you more than money. It costs you clarity, sleep, confidence, decisions. The emergency fund is not the most exciting financial concept, but it is the foundation, and you cannot build anything real on a foundation that does not exist. Marcus did not lose his job, but he made a decision the day he saw that spreadsheet. He was going to reset, completely, not tomorrow, That night, here is exactly what he did, step by step, in the order he did it. Step 1, he wrote down his 4 essential expenses: rent, utilities, food, transport. Just those 4. His essential monthly floor was $2,800. Step 2, he canceled everything that was not on that list. The gym he had not visited in 4 months. 3 streaming services he used once a week between them. The subscription box that arrived and sat unopened. Total saved $340 a month just from cancellations in one evening. Step 3, he called his car finance company and asked one question: "Can I refinance this at a lower rate?" They said yes. His monthly payment dropped from $480 to $390. One phone call, $90 a month saved. Step 4, and this is the one that changed everything. He set up an automatic transfer, $500, every single payday, straight to a separate savings account, before he could see it, before he could touch it, before he could spend it. He called that account one thing: Future Marcus. The first month felt tight. The second month felt normal. By month 4, he stopped noticing it was gone. Month 1, Future Marcus had $500. Month 3, $1,500. Month 6, $3,200. Month 9, $5,800. Month 12, $8,100. In 12 months, Marcus had gone from $180 in savings to a fully funded emergency fund, without a promotion, without a side hustle, without winning anything. Just 4 decisions, made in one evening, because a spreadsheet told him the truth. Here is what Marcus learned, and what I want you to carry out of this video. A financial reset does not require a dramatic life change. It does not require sacrifice that breaks you. It requires honesty. One honest look at the numbers. One document that shows you exactly where you are. Because here is what nobody tells you about being behind in your 30s. You are not behind because you are bad with money. You are behind because nobody ever showed you what the foundation looks like. School taught you algebra. Nobody taught you what lifestyle inflation does to 11 years of work. Nobody taught you that the emergency fund comes before the investment account. Nobody showed you that $340 in canceled subscriptions, pointed in the right direction, becomes $8,000 in 12 months. You were not failing. You were working without a map. Marcus had the map now, and the first landmark on that map was simple: build the firewall, before anything else, before the investment account, before the holiday, before the upgrade. Build the firewall, and everything that comes after it gets to be built on something real. Here's your one action from this video. Not tomorrow, tonight. Open your banking app or open a blank document and write down 4 things: your monthly income after tax, your rent or mortgage, your car or transport cost, everything else you spend in a month, as one number. Look at the gap between what comes in and what goes out. Just look at it. That number, whatever it is where your reset begins. I have built a free financial reset worksheet, the exact template Marcus used on that first night. It is in the description below. No email required, no sign up, completely free. Take it, use it tonight. And if this story sounded familiar, if any part of Marcus felt like your story, subscribe, because next week we tell the story of the woman who did everything right, saved diligently for 9 years, and still lost almost everything, because saving money is not enough if you are saving it in the wrong place. That story is next week. We will see you there.